Hey guys, it is Friday, April 19th, the day of the halving, and this is episode 88. And this episode is really about bull markets versus halvenings. Now, as I posted on Twitter, we've had 3 halvenings. We're about to have the 4th, but we've had 4 bull markets, and we are in the middle stage, I would say, maybe the 3rd or 4th inning of the 4th bull market. The number of bull markets does not coincide with the number of halvenings, and they are not related. And I want to spend all this episode just on one screen, and this screen is something I've tweeted out. And it's very simple, but it's sort of, for a lot of people who are a little math challenged, they tend to see cycles everywhere where there are not cycles. So what do we have here? We have the chart of Bitcoin since the beginning, and we have 4 clear peaks so far, right? And each of these corresponds to a major bull market that's happened in Bitcoin. So the way I would look at this is the first bull market started at the beginning when Satoshi created Bitcoin, and ended on the day of Mt. Gox, okay? Collapse, 2013. How long did the bull market last? Well, it lasted about 4.5 years, right? A little, even longer than 4 years, right? All of this period up until, November of 2013 was the first bull market. It was one giant big bull market. The second bull market started, I would say, really started kind of at the low here in 2015. Started in 2015, and it lasted all the way up until 2017. So, the end of 2017. So you really had almost a 3-year bull market there, 2015, 2016, 2017. A 3-year bull market, and that bull market, from the low to the high, okay, we went up 30x, okay, from that period, right? And then in the 2018, early 2019, right, to let's call the end of the bull market was November of 2021, right? This period lasted, it lasted all of 2019, all of 2020, and most of 2021. So about 3 years it lasted, and that was the third bull market, right? And how far did we get on this market? Well, the low point here was 3,500. The high point here was 61,000. So we went, a good 20x on the low. So my point is, we have clearly entered the 4th bull market, right? I would say this is, it wasn't clear then. It wasn't clear at this point whether it was going to meander around here. But now, with these ETFs, with this movement, we 4x'd off of the low. This is a bull market, folks. This is a major bull market. And we've 4x'd. We have a lot further to go, right? We went from here to there, 20x, from there to there, 30x, from there to there, 50x. We have further to go. We have at least a double this cycle. Probably more like 5x, right? So we have somewhere between 150,000 this cycle and 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 this cycle, and it might be more, right? It may even pass 500,000 this cycle. So when I say cycle, I say this bull market. So the main point here is recognizing where you are in the bull market. That's really critical, right? Because it wasn't obvious here if we were in a bull market, right? You could make the case that it wasn't. And a lot of people didn't think it was. Crypto Haze was shorting Bitcoin at this point, thinking we're going to go crash, we're going to take out this. A lot of people did not believe we were in a bull market. I did. I thought we were in a full bull market, and I was, maximum long here, and I'm maximum long here. But I think the main thing to understand is, number one, are we in a bull market? And the answer is yes, we are in a bull market. Is this bull market going higher? Well, I would say, yeah, the bull market's going higher. Why? First of all, in terms of time, we've got another, couple years, it looks like, minimum, right? 2 years. Just if we're going anywhere like these other two bull markets, we have a couple years left in this bull market. So we're nowhere finished. In baseball analogy, we were probably top of the third inning, right? We've got a long ways to go. Nate from on the ETF side said, we're in the first inning. And he's like, in the ETF side, we're in the first inning. And this cycle side, we're in maybe the third inning, but we're very far away from the end of the game. I think this bull market's going to take us to new places. It's going to totally change the dynamic. So, given that we are clearly in a bull market now, I think it's time to be fully allocated to Bitcoin. But fully allocated, it's sort of up to your risk appetite. I don't think 10% Bitcoin is fully allocated, in my opinion. But if that's what you are, then that's what you are. But I think, we're on the way to something great here in terms of bull markets. And, the halvening is what it is, but it's not relevant here, right? Where are the halvenings here? Well, we had one in 2016. We had one in 2020, right? And we had one back down here, right? And so these halvenings don't correspond to the peaks at all. They don't. You just can't even explain this peak. People are like, well, this is a little different because it's a halvening and we're already at a high. Okay, what you're saying is that the model completely breaks down. There is no model for halvenings driving the narrative here. It's just non-existent. Giovanni has made some great statistical analysis, but unfortunately, because people aren't statisticians, most people are they're going to ignore it. But I think this chart really just shows that it's not about the halvenings, it's about these bull markets, it's about the narrative, and really it doesn't matter, right? Because if I'm right and we're in the bull market, whether there's a halvening plays some role in that or not, whatever, the main thing is, are you allocated in this bull market or not? So that's really kind of my episode for today. I think, the halvening is worth, it's kind of worth, it's worth celebrating because it's a reminder that Bitcoin is algorithmically determined, that the supply is algorithmically determined. So I think it's a little bit like a ritual that we have to go through. And I support that ritual. And I will be live on Spaces. Yeah, just celebrating the halvening. But listen, guys, I think we're in a bull market. We're going much higher. I don't think it's a turtle bull market like Joe Carlasali keeps on saying. It's a bull market, right? Like, there's nothing been turtle-ish about this market up till now. We've quadrupled in price in the last, 15 months. That's turtles don't quadruple in price. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for listening to my rants. And please, if you like my content, please hit the subscribe button right now. I want to get over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That really helps me on the YouTube algorithm. And that means I can have great guests ask me to come up, like James Lavish. It was a great conversation. I learned a lot. I hope you learned a lot. That's why I do this, is to get guests like James ask me to talk. I am going to be talking with Bill from Abra, who I've known for a while. I'm talking with Ran Neuer, Crypto Man Ran, a little bit later. I think on Thursday. But yeah, I'm thrilled that you like my content. Please hit subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.